Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. We haven't met before. My name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this look for you right here, which is a review slash tutorial of the Makeup by Tammi Chasing Butterflies palette right here, which looks like this on the inside. Some super beautiful colours. So if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look right here and my thoughts, feelings, opinions, emotions towards the palette, then please carry on watching. Before you do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. Check me out on socials. I'm shivonmakeupbiz on everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. I did that in a really weird order. Go check those out, and without further ado, let's just jump straight into the review slash tutorial. Okay, so just starting off with a quick kind of overview on the palette. So it comes in a cardboard case. You do get a outer sleeve right here, which has the same design on the front, the ingredients on the back, like so. I personally don't really feel like this is necessary, but I'm not a packaging expert. For all I know, if this wasn't on the palette itself, this could break or something, but that's just me being super nitpicky. But this is the palette right here. So you have the beautiful cover, Makeup by Tammi on the front, Chasing Butterflies in the middle with some cute kind of like butterflies going on the edge. I think that's really pretty and I love butterflies. I've worn butterflies, especially for this video. I've got my little butterfly earrings on and a butterfly top, if you can see that, just for the video in spirit of things. I love butterflies. They're just so beautiful and they like inspire new beginnings and positivity if you want to be deep. So yeah, this is the palette right here. You have the ingredients on the back. It's like a sticker put down, and then this is the shadows on the inside. It does also come with a good quality mirror on the inside. Obviously the shadows are the most important thing. You've got some really cute names up in here. You've got Aspire, Purpose, Chasing, Inspiration, Butterflies, Summer, Dreams, Love, Holy Grail. Like some really cute names in here. I am going to run through the shadows and the swatches very shortly. So you of course have these kind of like olivey shade right here, which is called Chasing. And then you have this beautiful gold colour, which I haven't used as of yet, but I will use soon, called Goals. Then you have this kind of warm browny kind of shade right here, which is called Inspiration. You have a yellowy kind of green shade. To me it looks like it's got kind of like a hint of green in it, but this is called Spring. Then you have this orange shade here called Summer. You have a shimmery blue, which is called Dreams, a hot pink shade called Butterflies, a bright green called Hope, which is very green, like a very good green shade, might I add. You've got a bright red shade called Aspire. You have this pinky shade right here, which is kind of like a rose gold kind of colour, called Purpose. Then you have a deep kind of purpley pink shade called Love, and then you have a black called Hopeful. And I like the fact that she's put a black in the palette because I feel like it gives you a lot of versatility to make this into like more of like a smoky eye if you wanted it to go in that direction. This is the kind of palette that I would pick up if I was doing a festival makeup look or for a rave or something like that, and I wanted just like a bright go-to palette. You've got everything in one palette. Now I've played with it a little bit, I kind of want to use these three shades at the top at a later date to create kind of like an olivey green kind of night out look. So I feel like once you get to playing with the palette, you'll pick up other sort of combinations that you'd like to try. So yeah, really like the colour story of this palette, and I think it is definitely super Tammi if you are a watcher of her channel. I'll leave her channel and everything like that down below. I personally do watch her videos, and this is why I purchased her palette, because I wanted to support her, and I just think she's the sweetest person ever and I love watching her tutorials. So yeah, definitely pick this up to support, but I was also very excited by the colour story. So yeah, that is what the palette kind of looks like and the synopsis, and this is the look that I've created. We've gone for super bright colourful look, very rainbow. I tried to use pretty much every single shade that I possibly could fit onto my eye. But yeah, if you would like to see how I got this makeup look, and let's move on to the tutorial part of the video, let's just continue. Was that pretty weird? What was my hand doing? I'm just excited to film and all of my weirdness is coming out, which is great. Enjoy. So we've got a selection of gorgeous colours in here. I absolutely love the look of this palette. I actually got this a long time ago, as I mentioned in the intro, and I forgot how gorgeous it is. Like, they're very like warm, bright tones, perfect for festivals that we can finally go to, which is amazing. I'm gonna try and stay away from this kind of area where it's more like neutral-ish toned. Obviously they aren't neutrals, but they're more like wearable colours, but I want to kind of create something with this section mainly, and I think what I'm going to do is start with like the pinky red colours into the crease. We're going to do cut crease. I haven't done colour in a long time, and I've waited to film this video until most of my lash extensions have come out, just because I want to pop on a pair of lashes. So I'm actually going to take the shade, okay, now this is actually difficult, now I've actually got to decide. It's a toss between Aspire right here, this red, and Love, this deep purple shade. To start off with, I'm going to take the shade Love to start off with, which is this deep purple shade right here. I'm going to start by popping that through the outer corner of the crease. As you can tell, I've already primed my eyes with the P. Louise base, and I pop a little bit of tape down as well because I want to create a really nice sharp outer edge. I haven't done colour in such a long time, so I feel like I'm going to go all out today, so I'm going to take this shade right here. I'm going to take it on this little brush here from Eyeshadow. I'm going to go dip your head into that colour, load up my brush. I feel like this is going to look a little bit more pink on the eye, but we will see. Just making sure there's no like creasing from the eyeshadow base, and I'm just going to start by pushing that into the outer corner of the eye, just wiggling my brush so I can get that right in there, and then just kind of slowly pulling it through the crease. I think I'm going to take it roughly about halfway. Obviously it's a little bit difficult with these eyelashes, but I'm going to give it a good go. But yeah, look at that pigment straight away. I just had a feeling that I would like this palette, so that's what I'm kind of geared up. Tammi, you have high expectations. So I'm just going to take this through the crease about halfway. Yeah, that's a really beautiful purple colour. I like that a lot. That would actually be really nice, just like chucked all across the lid. I'm now going to move on to Aspire, which is this really nice red shade right here, and I'm going to pop that into the inner section of the cut crease, making sure to load it up properly around here, because when I cut the crease I still want there to be a little bit of the red showing through. I'm going to take this on a brush from the Morphe Madison Beer collection. I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of like poking it into the crease and then blending it out, not blending too far up because I want to put other colours onto this eye look. I feel like reds are really tricky shadows to kind of get correct, so I'll be interested to see like how this blends in with other colours. But it is a pressed pigment palette, so I'm expecting good things, but so far so good. Blending that into the pinky shade a little bit. I like this red, it's really, really like vivid and bright. Really good like strawberry red, I want to say. I'm now going to move on to this hot pink colour right here called Butterflies. I'm going to use it to blend out that outer corner. I'm not going to go too crazy, we say that, we don't know how that will go. But I'm taking a Morphe M562, which is a super skinny blending brush. I'm just going to blend very lightly on like the outer part of the kind of purpley pink shade, blend that into the red, just in little circular motions. Going in with a very, very light hand. Yeah, that's starting to look really, really nice and like smooth and blended. I like this so far. Absolutely no complaints with the shadows. Thinking I might put like a brow bone highlight on later. I'm now going to go in with the orange shade right here, which is called Summer. You could use a little bit of that here in the UK at the moment. I don't know what the weather is saying. The summer is not summering, but I'm going to take a little bit of summer and pop this into the inner section to blend that red out. The same as I have done with the pink, just blending that in slowly. And I'm going to take it on a Morphe M506 brush. These brushes are amazing, super fluffy. I'm going to go in with a light hand. Ooh. This one is a little bit more powdery than the other shadows, just I've noticed that straight away, but I feel like I can definitely make it work. Just initially I had to tap it off a little bit more than the others, which is interesting. I wouldn't have thought that in an orange, but there you go. Blending that into the pink and the purpley shade as well, being careful not to make it like muddy. Taking the edges of the brush with no extra product just to kind of blend out those edges. Now I've got the main part of the blend on, I'm just going to go back through the same steps that I have done just to re-intensify them and make sure we've already got that colour sticking there. So just starting with that Love shade, the deep purple, and just re-intensifying that crease. You don't want to go too crazy with the purple and the orange because you're going to get like this brownie kind of colour. I'm just going to try and like stamp it rather than swishing it in the middle. And then going in with the red shade, which is called Aspire. Then in with that pink butterfly shade, butterflies even. And then in with a little bit of the orange shade, although that's still quite intense. I'm now going to go ahead and cut the crease. If you haven't seen how I do this before, I'm going to do it quite quickly, but I take a cotton bud and some micellar water and I basically just take away all of the shadow on the crease, kind of pushing it into the socket to create that shape. Okay, so now I've cut the crease. I've left a little bit on the outer edge just so it's kind of easier to blend together. But now I'm going to go ahead and just fill that area with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumour number 2. I'm going to take that on a Peaches Makeup PC 40 brush, which is a nice kind of flat shaded brush to really kind of pack that colour on and make it nice and neat. Now I've cut the crease and I've popped the P. Louise base on. I'm just going to take that shade Love, again which is right on that outer corner, and I'm just going to kind of add a little bit to the outer edge just so it doesn't cut off so suddenly. Kind of difficult around this curly eyelash. For the inner kind of section of the lid, I'm going to take this beautiful shade right here, which is called Purpose, which kind of looks like a shimmery rose gold kind of colour. I'm going to pop that right on the inner kind of section. Am I? No, I'm not. Okay, complete change. The shade that I'm actually going to take on the inner section is the colour Dreams, which is this blue right here, just because I kind of want to go for a little bit of contrast and just use as many colours in the palette as possible. So I'm going to take this shimmery aqua blue kind of colour right here and pop that into the inner section of the eye. I'm taking it on a MAC 242, which I've had this brush for years, and I'm just going to spritz my brush with a little bit of setting spray actually. Just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit, and I'm going to pop that right on the inner corner. Okay, so I've loaded up my brush. I'm just going to pack that onto the inner corner of the eye look. Ooh, okay, that is gorgeous. Look at that colour. Love it. Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful shimmery blue colour. It's like wet looking, stunning. Being careful to take it right to the edge of the cut crease. Gorgeous. Yep, that is like the most stunning blue colour ever. Gorgeous. Love that shade. I'm now going to take the shade Purpose, which is the shimmery rose gold colour. This probably will look a little bit strange because it's kind of lighter, I guess, than the blue, but I'm going to pop that right here and just see how that goes. I'm taking it on a Peaches Makeup PC 52 brush, which is another really good flat shader brush for packing on colour. Just going to spritz my little brush a little bit. Just a little bit, and then pack that right in this blank space. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love the shimmers in this palette. I'm like dragging that down because I'm trying to avoid getting it into my lashes and messing up the whole eye look, but this is gorgeous. Such a gorgeous colour. Merge that into the blue carefully. Yeah, I like that. That's nice and pretty. It's definitely not the best on the outer corner, but that's because my lashes are getting in the way. But I am loving that, you know. I'm now going to take that Love shade again, that dark purple. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that to the outer corner. Being careful not to blend too crazily, but I'm just kind of like going to tap it just so it does blend into that outer edge, like very softly. That's definitely it for the eyeshadow on the top half. And now I'm going to put on a wing. I'm going to take the Rude Cosmetics Police eyeliner up. This is a really, really good liner. I do love my Revolution one, but I just want to switch it up. So if you're looking for another alternative felt liner, this is such a good one. And shake it up and pop on a wing. I'm going to go completely silent as always, especially with my lashes, because I really don't want to mess this up. Oh, that's a good one. Now I actually have a pair of lashes. Now I know I've got eyelash extensions on, but this is why they look a little bit distorted. I've had these lashes on for like 4 weeks, so to be honest they've lasted a long time, but I wanted to wait to film this video until most of them had fallen out so I could pop on some lashes and without sort of caring too much about my lash extensions. These are by Makeup by Tammi as well, which is why I really wanted to include them in this video. Love the packaging, by the way. That holographic box is so nice. This is in the style Girlies. And these lashes are so up my street. They're nice and flared at the outer edge, kind of spiky looking, bigger at the outer corner. Definitely my cup of tea. I'm going to go ahead and pop these on and I'll be right back. I just can't pop lashes on camera for the life of me. I end up going like this. I'm completely off screen, so I will report in one moment once I have the lashes on. Okay, so I've just popped the lashes on top of my lash extensions. Surprisingly, that was actually quite easy. I thought it was going to be really difficult. I haven't put any mascara on, so you might be able to see a few blonde lashes, but I feel like I don't want to completely rip off my eyelash extensions, so I'm gonna not put on mascara so they aren't like completely blended. But these lashes are really, really nice. They're like super big and dramatic. Obviously if I didn't have eyelash extensions on, they wouldn't be as kind of full around the center, but yeah, I love these, and these are definitely a pair that I will reuse on myself, like even when I'm not filming. So yeah, absolutely love these lashes. Now let's complete the rest of the eye look. Okay, so I'm actually going to pop a black through the waterline. I just want to go super dramatic today. I'm going to take the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in the shade Fishnet, which is just their black one. I'm going to pop it through the waterline. It wouldn't be a Siobhan MakeupBiz video without the tradition of... Oh, that was rubbish. Come on, make a good sound, make a good sound. Okay, do you know what? It's not happening with this liner, but the pop was there in thought. So I'm going to pop that through the waterline. Really pack that on there, smudge it into the lashes a little bit as well. Then I'm also going to pop it on to the upper waterline. Now moving on to the lower lash line. There is a little bit of primer on the lower lash line, but I actually feel like I need to pop on a little bit more just to make the colours super intense. So I'm going to take a little bit of the P. Louise base on the brush that I originally used to prime the lid and just kind of smudge that onto the lower lash line. Not loads of product, but just enough that I feel like it's going to pick up the shadow that little bit more. So I'm just taking a tiny little dot on the end of my brush, dot underneath both eyes. Just going to use the brush to kind of blend it out. Obviously it doesn't matter if it goes underneath because we'll be putting concealer and everything there anyway. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of a wild card, and I'm going to take the shade Spring, which is this kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a yellow, it almost looks like it's got a little bit of like greeny lime in it. I don't know, like this shade here called Spring, so this yellowy green colour. I'm actually going to pop that right underneath that tear duct section here with a Peaches Makeup PC38, which is like a kind of longer pencil brush. and it's going to blend into that kind of like orange shade really nicely. Yeah, I like that kind of like pop of yellow. I think that's quite cool. Now I'm going to take the shade Hope, which is this bright green colour, and I'm going to pop that under the rest of the lower lash line. I'm taking it on a really small kind of shader brush, which is from the Morphe Madison Beer collection. This looks cool, I like this look. Smudging that into the lashes. There's no kind of like obvious gaps. So that's it for the eyes. I'm really happy with that. I might pop on a brow bone highlight when I do my face, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I actually quite like it without. Obviously there's a lot going on, but that's the beauty of makeup. You can be really minimal or go crazy like this. So yeah, I absolutely love this look. This is so much fun and definitely like festival worthy. So we are going to go ahead and move on to the face. I'm going to go through this very, very quickly and just run through the products that I am using. Now moving on to the face, I'm going to prime with the XX Revolution Hydra Quench Primer. Then for foundation, I'm going to take the Conceal and Glow F6 foundation. I've not actually tried this yet, so I'll give you a brief summary of what I think of it. Oh, it smells good. Like, I mean, I like fragrance, but if you don't like fragrance, you won't like it, but it smells really nice. It's like fruity almost. I'm now going to take the Revolution Pro Ultimate Radiant Under Eye Concealer in the shade C12 to lightly cream bronze and cream contour. And then I'm just going to blend it out with this fluffy angled brush. Now I'm going to take the Eyebrite Concealer. I'll be honest, I don't actually know what shade this... Oh, no, it says it right on the packaging that I didn't notice before. This is the shade Medium Yellow. I'm just going to pop this kind of in the centre of my face to highlight. I have popped a little bit of concealer on, as you can see, just on the blemishes. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit and then just like tap it in because my skin's going crazy at the moment. It's not used to these nights out, okay? It's used to being at home and doing nothing, and now my skin is just going ah all the time. So yeah, popped a lot of concealer on. Going to pop that into the chin, under the eyes. Down the nose, middle of the forehead. And then I'm going to blend it out with my beauty sponge. Then I'm just going to liven the face up by taking the Super Dewy Liquid Blush. This is super, super bright. This is in the shade You Had Me at First Blush. Cute. I love these names. So I'm going to pop a few dots onto the cheek and then blend it out with a brush. I'm going to go for 3 dots on each side. This is probably going to look super scary for a little moment, but it will all be worth it, I am sure. I'm just going to blend it out with this brush, just like a synthetic kind of face brush, and start by dotting it out kind of in the area that I want it before I really, really blend. But I will kind of tap over this afterwards so it's not so intense. But of course I'm going to have like powder and everything over the top. Now obviously this looks super crazy right now, but it's all gonna come together. And I've just taken away the concealer on my spot, so that's lovely. I've just put a little bit more concealer on the like big spot, so I'm gonna let that sit for a little minute and blend it in. So now I've put even more concealer on those spots, so I'm gonna take the beauty sponge and just very lightly tap over the blush area just to blend it into the skin, and this will show through kind of later in the day. Obviously I'm just doing this makeup for this video, but if you really want your makeup to actually last, like even the blush, I would recommend doing a cream and a powder blush, because I just feel like it almost like disappears into the cheeks throughout the day. Just tapping that into the skin a little bit. And now I'm going to set the face. I'm going to take the Revolution Translucent Powder. I really like this powder, but I just hate how small the cap is because I find it really difficult to get out the powder, and like who is carrying like a little kind of tray around? I don't. So yeah, I'm just going to tap some out into the lid, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and set my whole face. I'm I'm now just going to brighten the under eyes a little bit with the Revolution Soft Focus Powder Brush and the Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Pressed Powder in the shade Beige. I'm just literally just going to tap this underneath the eye area. Then I'm going to bronze up the skin using the Revolution Mega Bronzer in the shade 02 Warm. And the brush that I'm going to use is the Revolution Sculpting Powder Brush. Just tapping it off on the back of my hand so it's not super intense. Then I'm going to pop on a little bit of blush. I know you can still kind of see it, but I just want it to be quite intense because it's a fun and colourful look. So I'm going to take the Revolution Flamingo palette and I'm taking this hot pink shade in the corner right here and popping that on. And I'm actually just going to use this brush from Primark to pop the blush on. Gone a little bit too intense, but it's fine. Now I'm just going to set this into place using the Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. I've just gone in heavy because I feel like I popped on a lot of powder, but I really wish that spray came in like a continuous mist. Now I'm going to put on some highlighter. I'm taking the XX Revolution Strobe highlighter. I forget the shade of this, but I can't find the shade name anywhere. But I will have it linked down below. I have used this before. It's like a pinky kind of champagne colour. I'm going to pop it onto the cheekbone, nose, above the brow. You know, just loading up my highlighter brush. So pretty. A bit on my nose and like above the lip. And I have decided that I'm going to pop it on my brow bone as well. While I'm here, I'm just taking a teeny little brush from Morphe and the Madison Beer collection. And I've just realised those gold brushes weren't from the Madison Beer collection, but I don't know what collection they are from. I'm so sorry about that misinformation. But I'm sure you'll be able to find similar ones. But this is the Madison Beer collection. So I'm just going to take that on a little teeny brush and then just pop this on the very like arch of brow bone. Yeah, I feel like that's added the kind of oomph it needs. And I'm going to take the brush that had the pink shade on it, just use that to blend in the brow bone highlight. Now I'm just going to take a cotton bud and a little bit of micellar water. Where I've done soap brows, they're super like flat to my face, so naturally they picked up the foundation. So I'm going to go in really carefully and just kind of wipe over the top of the brows just to kind of remove the foundation off the hairs, mainly at the front, otherwise it looks a little bit strange. Just for the drama while I'm here, I'm going to pop a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. I don't really do this nowadays because I find my lower lashes are so long that it transfers to my skin, but it's mainly just for the kind of look and feel. If you're wearing this to like a festival or something, I'd recommend using a waterproof mascara so it transfers less if it does transfer. So I'm taking the False Lash Mink Effect mascara from Revolution. There's no reason why I picked a bunch of Revolution products. It's literally just the ones that I've picked up in my makeup collection for this video. But I'm just going to pop a teeny little bit of this on the lower lashes, and as you can see, I forgot to mention I have taken off the foundation off my lips. For the lips, I'm going to start off by lining them with the MUA lip liner in the shade Love Letter. Oh, that was a good sound. Should we do it again? Should we do it again? Wait, ASMR, you ready? Oh, I love it. I love that sound. I don't know why, it just brings joy to my ears. Okay, I'm just going to line my lips. I've actually decided I'm going to use this to just line my whole lip. Okay, and then to finish off the look, I'm going to add a clear gloss. This is the Rude Cosmetics Very Juicy Gloss. It's just a clear lip gloss. And I'm going to take a little brush to pop it onto my lips. I don't know why I got all confused just then, but I'm just going to pop a little bit of the clear lip gloss onto my lips. Okay, Okay, and this is the finished makeup look using the Makeup by Tammi Chasing Butterflies palette right here. This has got some absolutely beautiful shades in, and while I was creating this makeup look I did think of like many other sort of looks that I could use or create using these shadows. So for example, you've got this really beautiful like olivey khaki shade, which I didn't actually look at initially when opening this palette, but looking at it more, it's actually a really gorgeous shade. Like you could pair that with the gold and the brown, done like evening smoky eye. You've got the green and the blue for like an easy quick chuck on colour look. You know, there's some pinks if you want to just do like a pink look. You could do orange and the green. Like there's a whole host of shadows in here, and I like the fact there's a black. I didn't actually use it. I was planning on smudging up the eyeliner, but I feel like there's a lot going on already. If you want me to do another look using this palette, then definitely let me know. But verdict, thumbs up. I absolutely love this palette. I think it's so gorgeous. The colours performed absolutely beautifully. The shimmers are incredible. The mattes are really good as well. The only shade I had a little bit, I wouldn't say trouble, but just wasn't as good as all the other shades was the orange summer shade. It was a little bit, I don't want to go so far as to say chalky because it's not a chalky shadow. It just had a lot more like fallout and you had to tap off the excess a lot more compared to the other shades. But it isn't something that would like put me off buying or recommending this palette to anyone. It's just something to bear in mind when you are using this. Just tap off your brush a little bit more with this shade right here. But other than that, absolutely gorgeous. And I love the shade names on the palette. You've got Summer Dreams, Chasing Goals, Inspiration, Hope, Love, Purpose, Aspire, Holy Grail. Like there's some really cute shades in here. And I definitely feel like if you are like a watcher of Tammi's channel, I love her videos. This is definitely like her in a palette. She loves her colours and her brights and everything like that. I tend to watch her sort of carnival inspired makeup tutorials. I love those videos. But yeah, I absolutely love this palette and I would definitely recommend. I'll have it linked down below. This isn't sponsored, this wasn't gifted or anything. I purchased this for my own money when she launched this palette, which was a while ago, but I just have not had the time, energy, motivation or anything like that recently to film. You probably noticed on my channel recently I haven't been that kind of consistent, but we're getting back there, we're getting back. A lot's going on at the moment. Things will start settling down very soon. So yeah, anyway, the palette, absolutely love it, love it, love it. Would highly recommend. And these lashes are so gorgeous as well. It makes me want to try more of Tammi's products. I know that she does some like waterliners which look really fun. So yeah, big thumbs up from me, and love this look. It was fun to play with colour again as well. I haven't done like a really colourful makeup look on my channel for a while. I mean, or filmed a video for a while, that kind of thing. So it was good fun to play around with the shadows, and these lashes are so nice. Love them. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I'd really appreciate it. Head on over to my socials. I'm shivonmakeupbiz on everything. We've got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter if you're into those kind of things. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in my next video. Bye.